We're going to look at how to properly survey all the data on the science test. Now on this test, you are going to be inundated with data. So you have to know where to look to find the right answer. So here's a table, a figure, and a chart. Pretty obvious, right? You would never confuse those up in real life. But guess what? They are constantly being mixed up on the science test. You always have to be aware of what you're looking at. Now, you don't need to know what constitutes a table, figure, or chart. You just have to know how the test classifies them. Everything is clearly labeled. And aside from understanding what information you're looking at, the next step is paying attention to how the data is organized. So take this table, for example. Now, I want you to ask yourself, how is the information grouped? Right now, it's in alphabetical order, but that is the only thing in sequence about the data. If this table was arranged by age, it would look like this. Or how about if it was arranged by weight? Or alphabetical by color? The point is, you cannot assume all data is trending the same way. Additionally, you have to pay close attention to the units each table, chart, or figure uses. Now, this next graph looks pretty simple, but if you are incorrectly reading the units on either side, you could easily miss a question. Not all charts are uniform, so you have to pay close attention. Now, if a question wanted you to answer for units of time, but you answered for units of pressure, well, that's a point you could have easily earned. So you don't want to lose those easy points on the science test. They are hard to come by, believe me. Now, the last thing to keep in mind as you navigate the science are the three relationships of data. And they are all about what direction the data is moving. For example, the more you eat, the bigger you'll get, usually. And that's what we call a direct relationship. This type of relationship has the data moving together. But sometimes data moves in opposition. Think of it like a seesaw. As one person goes up, the other goes down. For instance, the less you sleep, the more your tiredness increases. That's what we call an inverse relationship. As one decreases, the other increases, and vice versa. Finally, there's random data, where the data moves all over. You can think of this like a lie detector test, where there's peaks and valleys. The data has no constant relationship, but it is still worth noting when it hits certain points. By keeping your eyes peeled on what data the question is asking you to look at, what the units are, and what the relationship is, you'll be well on your way to achieving your score goal on the science test. So, let's recap. Always identify the correct table, figure, or chart. Pay close attention to the units, and be sure to keep your eyes peeled for the three relationships of data. Well, I'm sad to say this, but it's now the end of the primer videos. But it's my hope that you've learned a few things that you can take into your next practice sections. And remember, you can always come back and relive all these videos and review any of the material we've covered here. And we will be going more in depth later on. So thanks for watching, and good luck.